Did you see the Brat Pack doc?
I did.
What'd you think
I'm
of
in
it? I know you're in it. So, but have you seen it? Is what I'm.
I did. I watched it. What'd
you think of it?
I thought Andrew did a great job. He's always been like super thoughtful, and just for me to see some of the folks I haven't seen Allie in forever, and Tim Hutton. I mean, it was fun for me to see everybody.
Did you learn anything from it?
I was really surprised at how being in the Brat Pack was such a source of angst for so long for some of the folks in it. I mean, nobody liked it when it came out. I mean, who wants to be called a brat?
Right.
Who wants to be in a pack? It was sort of reductive. You know what I mean? And had a little whiff of pejorative. And I think it probably did prevent some of us from being taken as seriously as we would have liked at that time. Mm-hmm. But, very quickly after that, I realized to the people that matter, and that's real people,
right?
The Brat Pack was cool. Really cool.
I mean, I remember thinking it was cool at the time.
See, and that's
1,000,000%.
Yeah, and
I
so,
didn't sit there and think they're bratty.
No,
I just thought it was kind of a way to have a cutesy turn of the phrase of the Rat Pack. Obviously,
yeah. I've loved it for years, but this was Andrew's journey to coming to acceptance to it now, and I thought Demi also shared my similar perspective that people thought it was cool and we were lucky to be in it, and that's what I've felt for years, is like the notion that you could be a part of something that people remember for 30 years is great.
Well, I think there was a couple of different Brat Pack paths in a way, right? There was the John Hughes path.
Which I never, by the way, John Hughes, he was never buying what I was selling.
Why was that?
I don't know. I have my theories.
Were you never up for a John Hughes movie?
Yeah, I read for the Judd part in Breakfast Club.
Really?
Which is a great part, and Judd is spectacular. Breakfast Club is by far the best Brat Pack movie. Nothing is close.
You would think so.
I do. St. Elmo's Fire is but it's also very kitschy and 80s and like dated in a beautiful, fun way.
Right.
Breakfast Club is timeless. That's a great piece of filmmaking.
Showed that to my kids the other day. Susie and I showed it to the kids because, they're 15, 13, and 10.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to show them as they're entering. My oldest entered high school this year, and my youngest son is heading in that direction, to talk about, just in case there's any anxieties that you're experiencing with your friends or whatever, that this is kind of a time-honored tradition for people your age. They could not believe that it was a movie that took place in one day. They were just like, at one point, half hour in, just had a couple questions, like, when is it the next day? Like, they couldn't believe that it was just about a coming of age story that you could have over the span of a few hours.
Like, when do the superheroes show up?
I mean, that is maybe kind of this
when
generation.
Does the Wolverine come in?
To just mess things up, where's Deadpool? But no, it was wild for current teenagers that you're maybe used to flicking their wrist to see 90 seconds of content.
Yeah,
I thought it stood up. I really thought it's still. My wife and I think it stands up.
Well, in going back to the Brat Pack doc, the clips they show of all of the movies, I was blown away today, looking back at the quality of the acting of all those young actors. Every single one of all those movies were delivering. I mean, like real. I was so, because when you're living through it, you think, I know I'm no Jack Nicholson, I'm no Warren Beatty, but looking back on it, James Spader and Downey and just everybody in it they were really doing great work.
Right, and so you were kind of in the lane of the Brat Pack doing some more dramatic movies, pretty much. Obviously, The Outsiders being one. About Last Night, would you consider that a Brat Pack movie, or just because you and
Brat
Demi
Pack adjacent?
Right.
It really isn't, because it was like St. Elmo's Fire was like the last Brat Pack movie, and I think because Elizabeth Perkins and Belushi, it was we had graduated, we were adults now.
But because David Mamet was
David Mamet wrote it,
right? Yeah, he's not Brat Packy.
David Mamet's a lot of the Ian Brat Pack. That's my favorite one of all of them is About Last Night.
Why is that?
Writing is better. It's more timeless. It's like anybody who's thinking about moving in with their partner for the first time.
Right.
It still stands up, and it's hilarious.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.